Hello and glad we could have you on another edition of the 3-day weather forecast. It's quite dusty as we've had consistent dust spells back to back, leaving the country under a blanket of dust. From this satellite imagery, we see dust over the source region as at Tuesday and some over parts of the north. Reports from various stations in the northern country show that horizontal visibilities were within the neighborhood of 1,000 meters. The highest was 1,200 over Gusau in Zamfara and 300 meters over Katsina. That's thick dust haze and will pose a threat to flight operations. As at Wednesday, the satellite imagery shows that we still have dust over much of the northern states, and reports from there as at this morning already shows that Kano has 350 meters as its horizontal visibility over Yola, Kanu, over Yola, Katsina, beg your pardon, and Zaria. The horizontal visibility is 500 meters. Over the rest of the north, visibilities are within the neighborhood of 1,000 meters, giving them thick dust haze conditions as at Wednesday morning. For the rest of Wednesday, thick dust haze should still prevail over much of the northern cities. To the central states, visibilities are slightly better, but not that good, as we have visibilities within the neighborhood of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 meters over much of the northern states, giving them moderate dust haze conditions. To the south, we have a mix of thick dust haze and moderate dust haze over much of the southern cities. The visibilities are quite poor to the southwestern part of the country. And for the temperatures are quite low because we have attendant cold winds coming into the country. Maximum temperatures over the north should stay at the upper 20s, just at the neighborhood of 30 degrees Celsius. The central states that will stay within the mid 30s, and to the southern states we expect maximum temperatures not to go up to 40. They should be within their upper 30s. The minimum temperatures have reduced somewhat, and we have the least minimum temperature over Dutse in Jigawa State of 14 degrees Celsius. And as we get into day two of our forecast, but not leaving what the air quality looks like over the country. For the northern states, we expect very hazardous air quality. Of course, that is expected with the attendant thick dust haze that is present over that region. To other parts of the country that equally have dust, we expect very unhealthy conditions, and so you may want to cover up, especially those with respiratory challenges. Wear a nose mask as you go out for your activities. And so as we get into Thursday, mind you, we still expect a fresh dust plume to be raised as at Wednesday. This should come into the country by late Wednesday into early Thursday, and so by Thursday we still expect cases of thick dust haze over much of the northern states, even though we expect the visibilities to be slightly better than what is attainable for Wednesday. To the central states, the dust over the north will push further down towards the central states and the southern states, and so we expect visibilities over the central states to be within the neighborhood of thick dust haze to moderate dust haze, 1,000 meters plus minus. To the southern cities, we also expect visibilities over there to be within the neighborhood of 1,000 to 1,000 to 3,000 meters, giving them mostly moderate dust haze conditions. And for the temperatures, we expect temperatures to also dip slightly for Thursday, where the minimum temperature over Dutse in Jigawa should now go to 12 degrees Celsius from the 14 degrees of Wednesday. Over much of the central state, we expect the maximum temperature to also reduce slightly. They are now within their mid 30s, but lower mid 30s. And for the southern state, we expect temperatures to stay almost the same, the maximum temperature. Not much change is expected also for the minimum temperature. For the air quality on day two, we expect hazardous air quality to the northwestern part of the country and very unhealthy conditions for the rest of the country. And of course, with the cold temperatures, we advise that you cover up properly and use nose masks when going out for your outdoor activities. As we get to the third day of our forecast, we expect dust haze to still prevail over the north, but we expect horizontal visibilities for this third day to be better than what we should witness for Wednesday and Thursday. And so for this day, we may get some isolated cases of thick dust haze, but the rest of the places for the north should stay within moderate dust haze, giving us visibilities anywhere from between 1,000 meters to 4,000 meters. For the central states, we expect moderate dust haze. Visibilities should be within 2 to 5,000 meters. And so for this, the threat to flight operations should be reduced, and conditions should be better for flight operations. But we still advise aviators to check with NIMED for weather advisories. Down south, we expect visibilities to also be better on this day. Now, for the third day, we have some moisture coming into the country, and so early morning mist and fog patches are likely along the stretch of the coastal states. And as we get towards the afternoon, some cloudiness with prospects of isolated thunderstorms over the coastal cities, especially parts of Delta, Edo, Lagos, the coastal parts of Ondo and Ogun State. And temperatures for this day should increase slightly compared to day 1, and for day 2, we now expect temperatures over the north, maximum temperatures over the north to now be slightly above 30 degrees Celsius. For the central states, should push up slightly to upper 30s, and for the south, we expect temperatures to still stay almost the same. The air quality picture for day 3, well, it should be better than day 1 and day 2, so it's no more hazardous. It's just very unhealthy for those within the southern part of the country. And that's our bit from here. Please stay tuned as we bring you further updates as the need arises. Thank you for watching.